Oh, we going? Oh, there we are. Would you look at that? Stream health, yellow bar. What? Hmm. 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 Do it again. Hmm. Save changes. When you're finished, click return to YouTube Studio. I will do that. Oh boy. Gonna have to get the word out on social media. Not that anyone's gonna watch, but you never know. Um, Share, copy link. Then I'll do a quick Facebook post. And then we'll get this thing going. Yeah, I will not watch myself. Hmm. Hmm. Ugh, why? Oh, there we go. Facebook likes to just change stuff for the sake of changing stuff, I swear. One last thing. Just need to share the post on my personal page. And then I'll get going here. Oh, hello. Gavin. I just looked back at the chat. Sorry. How do I get the link again? I've never done this. I'll just have to do it the long way. Never done this. Oh. You may have just heard me. All right. It is on all the socials. Not all of them. I didn't do Instagram. I'm terrible with Instagram. But I shared it and shared it on my studio page for Facebook, and that's going to be good enough. Okay, so I just got done tuning all the vocals, which took a long time. It's just Matt and Sarah this week. I've had to do Jen as well. Tuning 3 vocalists took a really long time, but this week was better. I'm going to keep that as the cathedral, actually. I kind of like it. Definitely not using any delay. Go away. I'm going to create another group track. This is going to be my pre-master. All y'all. Yeah, I'm going to turn you purple. Need that. Now all of y'all, you're going to my pre-master. Boom. Whoa, why are we freaking out? Okay, good. Okay, let's go Alt F3 so you can see my mixer. And yeah, we're going. We're doing it. I'm going to make OBS smaller. No dropped frames, that's good. Now I can see the chat and OBS, which is good. Let's start mixing this bad boy. So, wait, H? Yeah, there we go. Smaller. All right. I have not mixed the entire thing from this view before. This might throw me off a little bit. So, we've got 3 songs. Got a cajon, an acoustic, a keyboard, 2 vocalists, and that's it. Everything is completely mono, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. So everything's just going to be straight up the middle. I'm not going to bother panning anything. Let's just give it a listen here. Start with this as a move. Strongholds will still be. Let's find a louder part. Start with. I'm gonna try the bottom up method here. Really didn't work out for me very well at all last time, but we'll see if I do better this time. Let's hope I learn from my mistake. So I'm going to start with EQ on the entire mix. Whoops, I want this on the pre-master, not there. A lot of low mid annoyingness. Let's boost this a little bit. What else are we missing here? Oh, bottom up. Yeah, so I'll explain the bottom-up method. It's actually, I don't know if that's a real thing. People call it the top-down method, but I actually think of it the reverse direction, so I call it the bottom-up method. If you just think of every audio track here, start at the well, let me back up. So audio flows down through the chain. If you were to look at a mixer, you would see, like, the first thing you have is the input gain, and then you've got inserts and sends, and there's usually a compressor and an EQ in there, and then the fader's at the bottom. So audio, to me, flows down that direction, and then underneath that is where it gets routed. How do I see? Oh, this view is so weird. I'm not used to. How do I see my routing? All right, hang on. I'll just bring this over here. This helps me. All right. So you got audio flowing down through here, and then the routing takes over. So I got the cajon and back and front going into the drums. So that's where everything goes into its individual groups. So it goes audio into the input, down its channel, into its group, and same with all the other audio into their respective groups. And then you've got all the groups at the bottom, and they all flow down into the stereo output bus. So to me, the whole thing funnels down. Some people call it top down, but to me it's bottom up. So the first thing you do with the mix is you start by doing processing on the output bus. So for me, that's the pre-master, because I chose to route my 4 groups here into this one guy here, which he just goes straight into the stereo output. The reason I did that is because I'm going to bring in a reference track at the very end, and I don't want any processing I've done to all this other stuff to affect that reference track. I want the reference track to be a true reference. Oh, now I see your, yeah. Yeah. So that's how I'm doing it. So I'm starting with EQ on everything, and then I'll put a multiband compressor on everything, probably, which for some reason that's just kind of a mind-blowing transformation when I do the multiband compressors. So let's just keep it going here. I'll probably leave those EQ changes. Dynamics, multi-band, where'd you go? Then all I do for this is I just adjust each threshold until I get about 3 dB of gain reduction. And it does cool things. Whoa. Yeah, these 2 lower bands are mostly Jeff's cajon. You hear the voices starting to change now? Oh. I have never restrung a nylon guitar. The only nylon guitar I've ever played is like the very it's like the very first guitar I ever had. Like the kid-sized mini guitar had nylon strings on it. I can imagine that being heckin' weird though. I imagine it's a very stretchy experience. So just listen to the difference those 2 things I just did made. Here's before, here's after. Mind blown. Crazy. Want me to do it again? I don't know if you're ready for it. I'll do it again. Before. after. I need to adjust the faders a little bit. The mix was pretty rough before I started doing that, so you kind of just keep adjusting faders as you go. So I actually tried recording a video of me doing this, and I was so bad at talking about what I'm doing and actually concentrating on what I'm doing that the mix just turned out horrible. So I'm trying. I don't know why I even decided to live stream. Maybe I'm trying to get better at it. Yeah, it was definitely DI for my acoustic. I thought about sticking a mic in front of it, but just I remembered 2 weeks ago when you guys did that, and all I could hear was shaker. We didn't have a shaker this week, so I probably could have. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute this. Mother. Sign out. Yes. There she goes. All right. Yeah, and just listening in my in-ears, the guitar sounded super low-end-ish. So this was stupid. I wish I hadn't done this, but well, yeah, the mics were really sensitive. But yeah, when I was listening to myself in my in-ears, there's so much low end in the guitar. I thought, oh, that's messed up. So I turned the tone knob pretty much all the way, and it sounded great in my ears. But now I'm listening to the recording, and it's so tinny. I'm like, oh, well, that's because the reason it was so boomy in my ears is because that's probably the EQ that was on that channel from the soundboard. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, do some surgery here on the acoustic. Yeah. Like, this is... Ping, ding, 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 ding. That's how it sounds to me. What the crap am I doing? What you do, 'cause we need to move. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We need to move. Let's make the cajon pop. Alright, so last time. Remember last time I EQ'd like all the low out of this thing, out of the front mic, and I boosted the low mic a lot, or the back mic. I'm doing some like ridiculously aggressive EQ here, huh? Oh, Matt doing that bluesy kind of vocal bend instead of the third. I wasn't even listening. When you move, and miracles happen. When you move, miracles happen. When you move, healing is coming in this room. It's okay. I can choose to ignore you anytime I want. You know what? I find you offensive. I'm gonna boot you from the chat. Just kidding. Dynamics. Last time I did a I don't know why I feel the compulsion to do an Australian accent, but I should make that mod. Never mind. The bus is stereo. I'll just keep it stereo. Let's do a little bit of her. So the goal here is kind of make the rattle of his hi-hats go away, because I want it to be more poppy and not rattly, if that makes sense. So I want to set the attack time so that the transient gets through, the initial hit gets through, and then I want it to release in the correct amount of time, so that it compresses the tail, or like the residual sound of the drum, but then it needs to let go before his next hit. So that's the objective here, and I'll just kind of do it through listening. Start by setting the threshold. 3 dB. Probably a bigger ratio.
This is a move. This is a move.
All right, I like that. Let's get my acoustic beefed up. Oh yeah, and this is what I messed up last time when I tried to make that video, is I did the master bus stuff, and then I started doing all the other stuff, and I lost track of what I'd done here, and I had, I clipped a little bit over there. Oh well. I had ended up slowly over time increasing the volume of each track, so the compressor that I had put on the output slowly just started squashing it more and more and more and more as I kept turning things up and up and up and up. And it took me forever to realize it, but I realized at the end that I had zero dynamics anymore in the mix, that I completely killed it just by continually adding processing and wondering why the heck is like Matt super quiet now. And so I boost him, and then yeah, that's the problem with boosting all the time and not cutting. Boosting things that are too quiet as opposed to cutting things that are too loud. It's definitely a balancing act. So that is the one knock I have on doing it, mixing this way. Starting with the master bus. If you started with individual tracks, you could get them all to sound good individually, and then the only processing you have to do on the master at the end is just the final tweaks that you want to do. So I don't know. I honestly don't know which way I prefer. I'm just kind of trying it this way and seeing what happens. I'm 0 for 1. We'll see if I can do better this time. So.
Come and do what you do. We are here for you. Come and
Alright, the cajon's pretty good. I might tweak that again later. There's the Australian again. Let's beef up my acoustic now. That was pretty aggressive. So definitely want to bring low end in, and I want to take some of that buzz out, like right there. Alright, that's before. That's better. And then the thing I did last time, again, I keep referring to last time, is I compressed this pretty aggressively so that the strumming was very pronounced, and that felt really good. So let me try that again. Gosh, my fingers were just killing me. Ugh. This was our second run through, and I hadn't played acoustic in a while, and that's fine. Props to you for still playing League. Jeff was just telling me about that the other day. Or yesterday, literally. About what the League scene is like nowadays, at least in the professional ranks. Yeah, I wonder how many people have that same story.
We are here for you. Come and do what we are here for you. Come and do what you do. Set our hearts on you.
Yep, I learned. I had started to squash everything. See, I had like 8 dB.
This is a move. This is we are here for you.
Alright, the keys are going to need a similar treatment. Everything was just super mid-rangey. I feel like that patch on the keys is really really thin. Doesn't sound like a huge broad piano, and part of that is the fact that it's mono. Stereo, recording this in stereo would have helped, which I was there. We could have done it, but I felt kind of like a snob for requesting it, and I don't know. I shouldn't have felt that way, but I don't know. I just decided to deal with it and keep it mono. So here we go. I'm gonna have to beef this guy up. I'm probably gonna do a big old smiley face on this one. That sounds better to me. Definitely want more attack. I don't know if I can do that just with Q. vocals probably don't need to be compressed at all.
Come and do what you do, 'cause we need you. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, we need you. Miracles happen when you move. Healing.
Alright, that's good. Let's do vocals now. Let me make sure I didn't...
Come and do what you do, 'cause we need you. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, we need you.
Dang, that's buzzing so bad. Let me drop that.
This is more. This is more. We are here for you. Come and do what you do. Oh, this is a move. We are here for
Alright, so for Matt,
you.
little low
Come and
mid-ish.
do what you do. We are here for you. Come and do what you do. Set our hearts on you.
Bad frequency
Come
there.
and do what you do, 'cause this is a move.
The guys at Steinberg were kind of smart.
This
They put each EQ band at a frequency where problems commonly occur, so it actually makes it really quick to make adjustments.
This is a move. This is a move. This is a move. This is a move.
All right, that's good.
We are here for
Did that high shelf just to bring out some breathiness there.
what you
I always start with the C1 because it's got a super what? Oh, it's a gate. Super fast attack
come
time.
and do what? Come on, church, say.
These default settings are normally pretty good on vocals. So.
For you. Come and do what you do. We are here for you. Come and do what you do. Here for you. Come and do.
Ooh. The word "and" is really loud.
Come and do.
Need to make this quicker.
For you. Come and do what you do.
Oh no, how'd that
Set
happen?
our hearts on you. For you. Come and do what.
It's so weird.
Come and do.
I'm just gonna clip gain this down.
Come and do. Come and do.
Seriously?
Come and do.
Better.
Come and do what you do. Come and do what you do. Set our hearts on you. Come and do what you do, 'cause this is a move.
I hear a little ooh in his voice still. So I might widen 4 or just do another notch at 5 with 5.
This is a move. This
So,
is a move. This is.
So adding compression kind of made that problem a little more obvious because I added a bunch of makeup gain and that made that bad frequency jump out even more. So I just cut it with the EQ above it.
Come and do what you do. Set our hearts on you. Come and do what you do. 'Cause this is a move. This is a move. This is a move. This is a move.
I got 2 watching. Do I count as one of them?
This is a move. This is a move. We Savior.
You are my Savior,
Mercy roars like hurricane winds.
Matt, shh. You're too loud.
Furious love laid waste to my sin.
Sarah always has a ton of... I shouldn't have... Let me start this one over. There we go. She always has a ton of build-up in the high mid-ish range because her voice is very high.
mercy roars like hurricane winds.
Yeah, that's gonna go crazy.
Furious love laid waste to my sin. With arms held high, Lord, I give my life.
Oh, right there.
Found in Christ, in your love forever.
All I am, in your grace I stand,
The greatest of all romance, love of God, my Savior. With arms held high, Lord, I give my life, knowing I'm found in Christ, in your love forever.
all I
Whoops. I'm gonna have to clip gain this one, I think. Sarah still sounds like she's singing through a pillow. Calm down, Scott. Wow. No. Gotta bring this down. Hello, Nathan. Hello. Dang, she got tired. I'm gonna have to automate a lot of this stuff. We're working on Sarah's voice right now. For those of you who just joined. I'm doing Sarah's voice and then jumping to my guitar when it distracts me. That little thing right there. What was that, Scott? Something weird about this seems to happen every time with Sarah's mic. I don't know if it literally is the mic that's weird, but it like compresses itself and I can't bring it back. So that's a thing. Oops. I gotta make sure I she's still in a pillow. She's still singing into a pillow. Could it be compressed by the recording? I don't think so, because no one else's microphone seemed to have that problem. I'd be curious to hear her sing into a different microphone. She always has the one that's got the green tape on it. And Matt always has the gray one. Jen always has the yellow one. Yeah. I want to do a little science experiment. And it's really, I don't know how long you've been here, Nathan, but every time I mix Sarah's voice right here at marker 5, there's always a huge buildup of junk. Go. Yeah, I don't know what kind of settings are on that mic. Yeah, I don't know what kind of control you have. It's the Audio Technica. No, they're not Audio Technica. They're Shure SM58As, whatever. It's like the wireless version of SM58. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, but. Oh, if I could go back and re-record this. I was there last night, and that was me playing acoustic. What? Yes. I'm still doing it. Thank you. And I'm going to keep on going. Bye. That was funny. Kelsey just called me. She's in our bedroom. And she said, "You did a good job on the live stream." I said, "I'm still going." That was funny. Thanks for tuning in. Hang on, sorry. Oh, that's weird. Weird. It looks like the same exact URL. Kelsey claims the link from my Skype message didn't work. Alright, this is not very engaging.
I sing forever to the one who has rescued my soul, to the one who has welcomed me home.
I'm gonna let the keys kind of carry this one. Man, this is tough. This is why getting things right at the source is so important, because it makes mixing difficult. I'm complaining. If I could go back and do it again. Video unavailable. What? Oh, you got this. If I could go back and record it again, I would put the keys in stereo. I would record them stereo. I would change the patch on the keyboard so that it is more full. There's no reason for it not to have a bunch of low end and high end. It should sound like a real piano, you know. It is just a keyboard, but it should sound better than it does. And my acoustic, I told Gavin this earlier. But when I plugged it into the system and I listened through my in-ears, it was super rumbly, super tons of low end. So I rolled off. I used the tone knob on the acoustic and I adjusted it until it sounded good in my ears. And then I listened back to this recording and I realized, oh, they must have had a ton of low end cranked on the EQ on the board. So I undid that. But then the raw recording just means that I had zero low end because I turned all the low end down in my acoustic. So my acoustic is super thin. If I could go back and do that again, I wouldn't have touched that knob. The cajon sounds pretty good. And then Matt and Sarah, obviously, not much. You can't really change what they did. So I can't take back what they did. So consequently, I'm going to try to do a mono to stereo stuff here. This thing never seems to work. Does that sound wider to you? It sounds thinner to me, like the low end goes away as soon as I turn it on. I don't get it. I wonder if that's required to be the first plugin and then all the other plugins are stereo. Hey Nathan, you subscribed to my channel. Thank you. Let's try stereo enhancer. Felt like it did something. Keep that.
I see you do it. I see you move. I believe.
All right, we're gonna call that good. Just make sure these are all good stuff.
You made a way when there was nothing, and I believe. I see you do it.
Okay. So I got EQ and compression all the way I want it. Now it is time to automate the vocalist's So I'm going to start setting Matt where I think he should be set, and then I'll automate off of that.
Strongholds are still being
Actually, sorry, I should send, let's get some reverb going. My bad, let's do that first. That's more fun than automation. Cathedral. Turn it on.
God, we believe.
Pretty exaggerated.
Yes, we can see that wonders are still what you do. Come on, sing that out. Mountains are still being.
Oh, I also forgot de-essers here. Let's do the RDSer.
Strongholds are still
You're a true friend, Nathan.
God, we believe it. And yes, we can see that wonders are still what you do.
Jump up here.
Who is welcome me home to the one who is Savior of all. I sing forever.
So if you're not too careful with the de-esser, you can make everyone sound like they have a lisp. Pretty sure I just did that with Sarah. She needs to sing an S.
The one who is welcome me home to the one who is Savior of all.
Yeah, too aggressive.
I sing forever to the one who is welcome me home to the one who is Savior of all. I sing forever.
Yeah, that's fine.
We sing in Christ, in your love forever. All I am, in your grace
I'm EQing the reverb right now.
greatest of all romance. Love of God, my Savior, to the one who has rescued my soul, to the one who
That's a good section to test the before-after of the de-esters. So I'm going to turn these off.
my Savior, to the one who has rescued my soul, to the one who has welcomed me home, to the one who is Savior of all. I sing
Just realized I got Matt on the wrong note.
my soul, to the one who has rescued my soul, to the one who has rescued my soul, to the
I don't think so. It is what it is.
mountains are still being moved. Strongholds are still being loosed.
A little more of the reverb.
God, we believe it, and yes, we can see that wonders are still what you do. Come on, sing that out. Mountains are still being moved. Strongholds are still being moved. God, we believe it, and yes, we can see that wonders are still what you do. We are here for you. Come and do what you do. We are here for you. Come and do what you do. Set our hearts on you. Come and do what you do. 'Cause we need a move. We need a move. We need a move.
Oh, I totally missed that. Fix Matt's notes here. There we go. The power of auto-tune. It's a little freaky.
Bodies are still
there's gonna be another reverb.
Miracles happen when you move.
Pre-master.
In this room, miracles happen
Drum verb.
when you move.
Oh, there's that.
It's coming. This is a move. This is a move. We are here for you.
Woo, that's aggressive.
Set our hearts on you. Come and do what you do, 'cause this is a move. This is a move. This is a move.
Thanks for watching, Mom.
This is a move. This is a move. We are here for you. Come and do what you do. We are here for you. Come and do what. Come on, church, say, set our hearts on you. We've got great things to celebrate. Mountains.
Alright, so I don't want reverb when he's talking, so I'm gonna have to automate this guy. There.
Mountains are still being moved. Let's sing this up. Mountains are still being moved. Strongholds are still being moved. God, we believe it, and yes, we can see that wonders are still what you do. Come on, sing that out. Mountains are still being moved. Strongholds are still being moved. God, we believe it.
I'm gonna leave that alone, so let's go. He talks here,
Even
right?
as we walk through these. Ooh, this is. God, thank you that you are moving. This is.
Oh, he's a tad flat there. I need to. Gotta fix that. I wasn't as aggressive with the tuning on Matt, so I'm.
This is.
This note up there.
This is. God,
Boom.
thank you that you are moving.
Nailed it.
That you are alive and well.
Reverb back on. Alright, now Sarah's leading this song, so I need to crank her up to something like that. Let's see how that sounds. Get her up to 0. I have to do the opposite to Matt. I boosted Sarah by 7 dB. I'm gonna drop Matt by 4. I'm gonna give my guitar some help here. I'm gonna send my guitar to that same drum reverb too. Lessen it. Alright, keep going. I tried to not go above 0, but I'm gonna have to here because I feel like she needs a little bit more. 2. And too much. Oh, flat. How did I miss that one? Oh, I gotta do that better. Ugh. I apologize. I'm gonna straighten that too. I'm very picky about the vocal tuning. Oh, I forgot. Gavin was here. We recorded a backing track too, but I didn't think it really fit the acoustic set we had. It's like a fully produced with drums and everything. So that would have felt very weird to have that over top of this stuff. I'm gonna fade her out a little bit.
Come on, church. I know it may be feeling like things are different, but God remains the same. And no matter what you're going through, if you're dealing with worry or anxiety or fear,
It's a lot of reverb.
we believe that we can sing as a weapon. worship can become a weapon, and you can let it rise right where you are. Come on, church, we're gonna sing this. Say, I seen you move. Come on. Come on, church. I know it may be feeling like things are different, but God remains the same. And no matter what you're going through, if you're dealing with worry or anxiety or fear, we believe that we can sing as a weapon, that our worship can become a weapon, and you can let it rise right where you are. Come on, church, we're gonna sing this. Say, I seen you move. Come on.
Back up to -2.
I seen you move the mountains, and I believe I see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I see you do it again. I seen you move the mountains, and I believe I've seen you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I've seen you do it again. I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I've seen you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I see you do it again. Oh, I see you do it again. I see you do it again.
So I'm just listening right now. I'm in the automation phase. I'm turning Matt and Sarah up and down, depending on who's leading each song.
Your faithfulness, I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail. Your promise still stands. Great is your
Our tempo is so fast on this song. It's probably the effect of coming out of Love on the Line, and jumping from 6/8 to 4/4.
my confidence. You never sing it out.
Oh, come on, computer. Come on now. Flat note there from Matt, so I gotta fix that.
Sing it out. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness. And I'm still in your hands.
This passes the head bob test.
This is my confidence. You never fail me yet. He will never fail. He will never leave you. He is not forsaken us. We never will forget. Come on, church,
Oh.
in this time we need to
Yes, Mom,
remember
you will hear this Sunday.
that though we may be right here where we are, and that's just what it is, we can
Yeah.
stand upon the truth of God's
Whoops,
word.
I gotta turn Matt's reverb off. Yeah, I'll show you. You should hear how it sounded before I did anything. Oops. I'll go back to the beginning.
What you do, 'cause we need to move. We need to move.
So imagine listening to this
Bodies are still
with the video on Sunday compared to this.
Giants are still
Whoa, let me just blow your ears out. Sorry. This doesn't need to be here at all.
being
I'm sorry. Wow.
God, we believe it, and yes, we can see that wonders
Before?
are still what you do.
After.
We are here for you.
So yes, my job is to make it sound as good as possible. That's okay. You could comment on the actual video if you wanted. Alright, let me go back to the end and turn Matt's reverb off when he starts talking.
It is, we can stand upon. He will never fail. This time we need to remember.
Alright, so it's right there. Mute.
Come on, church, in this time we need to remember that though we may be right here where we are, and that's just...
Actually, I don't want to do that because he's about to sing again, which I forgot. I'm just going to bring his reverb down. Kind of like I did before. -5, I think.
Though we may be right here where we are, and that's just what it is, we can stand upon the truth of God's word that He is faithful. He will carry us through. All we have to do is focus on Him,
almost
on
done,
His
don't
beauty,
worry.
on His power, knowing that He knows exactly what
This
we're
one was
going
easier
through,
because there are a lot fewer instruments.
and He's with us. We thank you, God. Though we may be right here where we are, and that's just what it is, we can stand upon the truth of God's word that He is faithful. He will carry us through. All we have to do is focus on Him, on His beauty,
A little
on His
less.
power, knowing that He knows. You move the mountains, and I believe I see you do it again. I've seen you move.
Bring it up a little bit. I probably don't need to go full out like I did earlier.
I've seen you move. You move the mountains, and I believe I see you do it again. You made a way where there was no
I do like it when he does that. The walking down the scale like that.
way, and I believe I see you do it again. I'll see you do it again. I'll see you do it again. See you do
Thanks, Mom. I saw your Skype message.
Church,
Oh, time to turn his reverb. Let's just go off entirely. Nope, change of plans. Just down here, and then when we actually stop playing, I'll turn it all the way off. So let's go down to -8.
church, it's amazing that even though we may not be able to be with each other physically, that God is not held prisoner to that. That He can move where you're at, around your family, your kids. How beautiful is it the presence of God would invade our homes. So these moments where we gather are priceless in many ways because the church has not stopped being the church. So God, help us to focus on that we are the church. We're not only the church when we're inside the walls, but we are the church through good, through bad, when things don't make sense. We are the church. When things seem frustrating and when we don't understand what we're supposed to do, we are the church. And because we come in your name, knowing that you're moving, knowing that you love us, and knowing that you will be faithful, we can hang on to the promises of your word. Time and time again, you show up. So God, we thank you in the mighty name of Jesus. Church, come on, everybody on every screen, in every living room, with every family member, even you little kids, why don't you jump up and scream with Pastor Matt on 3, amen. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there you go. Hey,
That was kind of fun. And now I'll just mute the effects on
Hey,
again.
listen, thanks so much for joining us. It is really, truly our honor. Yeah, there you go. Hey, listen, there you go.
He's a lot quieter when he's talking. Wow. So I'm going to boost this up here.
Hey, listen, thanks so much for joining us. It is really, truly on every screen in every living room, really, truly our honor to be able to still figure.
And I'll just make sure every other track is dead. Mute them all.
Figure out a way that we can worship together. So I just want to say three. Yeah, there you go. Hey, listen, thanks so
That was not a good move, Scott.
so much for joining us. It is really, truly our honor to be able to still figure out a way that we can worship together. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in to our online services.
Oh, why didn't it split? Wanted to get all the instruments ringing out there. Okay. Here we go. Now commence mutation.
Something else I want to say thank you, that we're filled with a ton of gratitude right now. Because with my aging, and you make it happen when you have fun stuff ahead. So you want to stay tuned all the way to the end. All right, stay tuned all the way to the end. Take a look.
All right. And there you go. I'm going to now call that mix good. It is not worth me spending any more time on it. Now I need to get the level up for a brief little master here. So I'll just use do it again as my
Remains the same. And no matter what you're going through, if you're dealing with worry or anxiety or
This might get loud for you, I'm sorry.
church. I know it may be feeling like things are different, but God remains the same. And no matter what you're going through, if you're dealing with worry or anxiety or fear, we believe that we can sing as a weapon, that our worship can become a weapon, and you can let it rise right where you are. Come on, church, we're going to sing this. Say, I seen you move. Come on. I seen you move. You move the mountains, and I believe I see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I see you do it again. I seen you move. You move the mountains, and I believe I seen you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I see you do it again. I seen you move. You move the mountains, and I believe I seen you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I see you do it again. Oh, I see you do it again. I see you do it again. I see you do it again. Come on, sing.
Feels pretty good. I'm going to bring in a reference track. What did I call it? Sort by date modified. Let's go with this one. Definitely want to go louder than I went when I did this one, so I'll use it as a reference and then I'll make it louder.
I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness.
Oh, that was such a big mistake. Oh, good thing I caught that. I had my cathedral verb going to the stereo out.
I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never sing it out, sing it out. Bodies are still being raised. Giants are still being slain. And God, we believe it. And yes, we can see that wonders are still what you do. We are here for you. Come and do what you do. We are here for you. Come and do what you do. Set our hearts on you. Come and do what you do. 'Cause we need a move. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We need a move. And miracles happen when you move. Do not abandon us.
I stand the greatest of all moments, love of God, my Savior. You are my Savior. Mercy roars like hurricane winds. Your furious love laid waste to my soul. Arms held high, but I give my life, knowing I'm found in Christ. In to the one, to the one, to the one who has rescued my soul, to the one who has welcomed me home, to the one who has welcomed me home, to the one who is Savior of all. I'll sing forever to the one who has rescued my soul, to the one who has welcomed me home, to the one who is Savior of all. I sing forever. We sing forever. With arms held high, would I give my life, knowing I'm found in Christ, in your love forever. Long I am, in your grace I stand, the greatest of all moments, love of God.
Come on, church. I know it may be feeling like things are different, but God remains the same. And no matter what you're going through, I believe
calling it good. Let's do a little before after, just for fun.
And I believe I see you do it again. I seen you move
That's
the
before.
mountains. And I believe I seen you do it again.
That is after. Thanks for playing along, friends and family who tuned in. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. I'll probably do more of these. So I'm used to my camera being right there. I'm using that camera right now. I'll probably do more of these. Since I have to mix this stuff every week, it seems, for now, in the coronavirus season, kind of makes sense to do this. So, yeah, feel free to share it around.